morning. Welcome back to our channel. You would have seen in the last episode we had little Bellsy with us, so we're trying to do walkies in the morning, even though Bellsy's not with us anymore.
She's still very much alive and kicking. She's just back with her parents again.
She's home. So we are actually at the domain that we did have Bellsy with in the last episode. It's actually very nice here, very convenient and very quiet. And this morning, it's almost like our first day of freedom because we've got no commitments.
Well, we do actually have a commitment.
Oh, we've got to go to Novus.
At 1 o'clock today because there's a stone ship. Big stone.
But other than that, we don't know where we're going. We don't know which direction. We don't know what we're doing. But we're going to start with a beautiful beach walk. So if you're new around here, I'm Kelly and this is Louise. She's about to get in the water.
Got the backpack on.
And we're going to drive our van iceberg around the world. We're starting in New Zealand, so come along and we'll show you along the way. Take my socks off.
It's so beautiful here. It's a lovely little nature spot, and no dogs are allowed because they have different
The wildlife
which comes along. But isn't this just all so beautiful? Even the sand, walking on the sand here is so flat. This is absolutely hilarious. But it's mother bird with her children. It's like partridge family. I've never in my life seen little baby birds carrying on like this, chasing after their mother. Guess we were all like that as children. Is that gorgeous or what? This water's quite swift that we're looking at going across. Wow. And look at that deep sea over there.
There might be sea lions.
I didn't see anything from the cliff yesterday, so it's about 5 degrees.
That's the penguin area.
Ah, is that what it is? They're the ones which we hear at night time, I think. And I say to you, those birds. Hilarious. They're quite big. I really do like this place.
Look at these rocks.
They're just beautiful, aren't they? It's just pieces of art. A bit rougher this side to get in. Just do a bit more walking yet.
But it's on the other side if you want to get in.
Let's have a look.
We're going to take you out around the Otago Peninsula to have a look at you. On our first day of freedom, I was feeling a bit poorly. Bit of a sore throat and a headache, so I'm dosing on vitamin C and just taking it easy.
We don't really know where that came from because we haven't.
That always happens, doesn't it? When you go on holiday or you relax.
Yeah. I'm just looking at those birds have run back over here again.
Maybe it wasn't him.
Oh, I bet it was them. I guess they can fly. That's looking quite swift. And how deep is it?
Morning.
Okay, so that's even. Oh gosh, that's up to your knee. I can't see a spot to how they can get her feet in. Her pants. Bit of a family discussion, is it?
Right, doesn't matter which way you look at this. We're going across. We're getting our legs.
It's going to be cold in that water this morning. Freaking fall over. Oh, it's hard with these shoes on.
Look, they're only pants.
Oh!
I'll try.
Oh, bugger.
Don't lose the sandals. It looks just as rough on this side.
It looks extremely rough, doesn't it? But it's very beautiful.
It's a bit rough.
I'm not a swimmer, by the way, in case you're all wondering. I'm not a tool, I'm a dipper. I just don't wear a wetsuit. I should have bought my gloves at least and booties. It is extraordinarily ice cold. Whoa, deep there. There's bruises on my legs from when I had the fall the other day. I wonder if people go snorkeling over there.
Is it seaweed?
Where are you looking?
Oh, just from there. I thought I saw a penguin head bobbing up and down.
Oh, we're not losing those bloody sunglasses again when we've just got them.
See if I can zoom in. They were actually sea lions. They weren't penguins, they were sea lions.
Well, they're still nature. God, it's scary. I only want to do a quick sort of in the freezing cold.
Yep.
I do it for health reasons. Not that I've got anything wrong with my health, but I do it for health and well-being.
Like an ice bath.
Right, so the towel there for you to sit on and that wee towel. My pants to sit on and put a wee hottie there just for you to
hottie.
put on you. And I've got my wee socks if I did want to put them on.
Them on the hottie. You got to get back across the water though. Not too far. But did you say it was too rough?
Yeah, it just sucks you out.
Right.
It was good. Feel refreshed. Feel amazing. Doesn't feel so cold out here now when you get out. But you know that it is cold and you've got to look after yourself.
Home for breakfast and we'll make a plan.
So right now we've packed up everything before lunch. It is actually lunchtime now, but we didn't want to be late for having the stone chip in the front. You won't be able to see it, of the windscreen fixed. That is covered under our insurance that we have, and apparently you can have as many stone chips as you want to. They will repair them. They don't need to worry too much about us over the next 10 months or so, or less, or a bit more, because Iceberg will be, the plan is overseas, so hopefully the insurance over there will cover windscreen chips. So yes, that's where we're going, and then after that, Marve hydraulics that we have. There's been nothing really but a problem since we've had them. They are good when they work, but it's a bit of a pain in the backside, or a bit of a pain in the left front leg. Is that which one it is?
The left side's not coming down manually, so if you want to change a tyre or empty your tanks, you want to be able to tip one side. The front will come down, the back will come down, the right will come down, but the left ones aren't coming down together.
After that, we'll have the enjoyment of finding a nice sunny spot, because I don't believe there's any sun for the next week or so, to have home cooked mussels, and they're quite a decent size. And my lucky number 9, we've got 9 each, and we also have the aubergine with the mozzarella tomato flavours on top, melted. Rather delicious, one of our favourites. So let's get to where we're going for now anyway. And Kelly's headache, in case you were wondering, is starting to go a bit now, which is nice. This is like a little show. I'm making a coffee to watch what's happening.
He's put this mirror so we can see what he's doing from the other side, and he's just drilled it. Takes about 30 minutes. Blowtorch.
Just a little bit of heat,
Yeah.
and what that does is opens the wee split up.
Is
and
that
it
the
sucks.
glue? The white bit, is that the glue on the outside?
What there is an injector, and it just you wind it down and it injects the resin into the damaged area. For the new windscreen for like this, you'd be looking at $1,200.
It's a suction thing, that other. Looks like what Dad used to have on the Worsley. To do what? It used to go right underneath the mirror, and it was to, I don't know, something about if a stone did hit up on there.
Gordon gave us these stickers, and you put them on your windscreen when you chip them, so that you can get to your next space. So we'll save them up here, and we should be good to go.
You see the wee mark where the initial damage was. The rest of it's all just filled up with the
So
resin.
that just stays like that?
Yes, you're always going to get some sort of scarring.
Do you?
Of course, the resin's not quite as clear as what the glass is.
Yep.
The main thing, it's all filled up and it's not going to crack.
So you can touch it?
Yeah,
Alrighty.
wonderful.
Thank you. Here we are trying the hydraulics. Stephen's just taken the control screen down to see if there's something wrong with the left-hand side button. How do you feel about YouTube?
Not top of my things.
Okay. You're no fun. Right, second layer's off. We're down to the board. Everything is working find so far.
That was a bit of fun actually, using this one and that one, and underneath there these little things here, where you can see the buttons here, we tested them to see if they were all working, and Kelly pushed the button while Stephen held them in there to see if they're working, and then they beep. So if they're working, they beep.
So the good news, but maybe the bad news, is they all beeped, so all the buttons are working.
Yeah, so we're not sure quite what that is.
But then all the hydraulics come down on auto. So all the hydraulics are working and all the buttons are working, so why is the left manual not working?
So that was quite a bit of fun with me helping, because Kelly does all the technical things around here. I learnt that this button here turns it on, which you can see is always a turn on button. We all know that type of symbol. And then that hand actually means, why don't we just do it manually? So I pushed that one there, and then she said to me, why don't you push the button for it to go up? So up means when they're down. It's quite confusing really. So,
up means retract.
Yeah, it means bring them back up again.
Yeah.
And down means
hit the ground.
yeah, so it's a bit of backwards thinking as far as I'm concerned. But and then we had front and then back, and I suppose that's left and right is the obvious ones.
Okay, so that was an easier fix than we thought. So what's happening is that the button's not quite aligning with the outside machine, so it depends where you push as to whether the leg goes down. So Stephen came up with this brilliant idea. He's very clever, and he put one of his business cards behind just to push it out that little bit more, and it seems to be working. So
We need to have him come along with us.
we tried to get him to come along with us,
but I don't know if that's a good idea.
he didn't think his wife would be terribly happy.
No, she's a wife to be.
Oh,
He's a catch, this man, I tell
he's
you.
a very good man.
He sure
So
is.
if you're near here and you need anything, come and see Stephen, he'll sort you out. Look at this mussel. It didn't have anything in it. And look, I think we've got mussel caviar.
We looked it up and it's fresh, and it's the female eggs, a delicacy full of omega-3s, and pretty good if you do get something like that. So
We've
anyway,
never had that before, have we?
no, we use a lot of these mussels. And there we have our aubergines with mozzarella cheese.
Some big boy mussels in here.
Yep, 9 each, but well, 8 and then
Someone's
9.
got some caviar instead.
I think that you should have that omega-3 today. I'm going to get some parmesan to put on top.
The last time you said, I think you should have that, I got sick. I think you should have this.
Oh, that doesn't sound good, does
That
it?
was in a resort.
Oh, that was like 23 years
Yeah.
ago. And I had
think
it too.
you should have this.
And then I thought, oh, if you get sick, then I need to get sick. And we both did get sick.
Yeah.
That was from shrimps or prawns or something, wasn't it? We won't go there right now. Let's get this dished up. It's rather late.
Hard to
20
see.
past 3 in the afternoon.
Where the hell are we going to sleep tonight?
Well, it's all out on our own by now these
Yeah.
days.
We're in the wild west now.
Madame.
Thank you. Right. Let's try mussel caviar. Well, they don't really taste that much. Shall we try?
Can't taste anything of them.
Just really just stuck to the shell.
I've already had 3 omega-3 tablets this morning.
They just crunch in your mouth like caviar would.
Almost like tiny, tiny little sesame seeds.
Yeah, but no taste other than a bit of soap suds, really.
Colleen really knows how to cook mussels.
We've been looking for a spot to park, and we keep coming across Freedom Zone begins, Freedom Zone ends, then the Freedom Zone will begin again, and then it will end again. So we think we're in a zone that you're allowed. And we're just going to go for a walk and check the signs. But look, there's even a little step you can get down into the water in the morning.
Tell you what, I'm just recovering from that, going up, driving around. It was like this.
You do good.
As I said to Kelly, I'm glad I did good, because if I didn't do good, where would I be? It's a really, really lovely walk. Very, very cold. Feels like snow in the air. But I think that's just Dunedin air.
And walked like 2k's and there's no signs that say you can't camp. And we literally drove past one on the way in that said you could. So check out Iceberg. There she is over there.
Can you see her? She's over there. So see the boat?
That's how far we've walked to check.
And you can see her right, if you get a ruler and put it right across. Hi Icy. That was a blooming marvellous walk just then. And so what Kelly's done is she's put the hydraulics on. We're just going to go for a further walk
Just
around
see if
here.
it's better swimming down here in the mornings.
Is or was that? It's a pretty cool painting. Follow your dreams. Not us. We're not cancelled. We're following our dreams still. Rescue boat. Which side would Sophia be on? Is she anywhere around here?
She's on the other side of this one.
Is she? Hi Sophia! Hi Hayden! Boys, fur children, feathers. Oh, looks like you can...
Nice bit of weed to get tangled around your legs as you get in.
Do you think it's going to be peaceful tonight? We're having chicken for dinner tonight with silver beet, maybe steamed vegetables, or we have the chicken schnitzel with mushrooms.
What a change of plans. Louise doing her editing here. We decided to have takeaways instead. We're going to save the chicken or the salmon for tomorrow. But we've got a fun morning planned tomorrow, so catch you then.
Well, I can say good morning. I had an okay sleep, but Kelly didn't have a very good sleep last night. Should we look up and see what's actually out there? We just had a tugboat, I think, just now. What's the weather actually like out there? Lots of birds. I've heard tuies or something this morning. We're up going to work. It's refreshing. Time to get up.
You're going to go socks and rock shoes.
Yes, I think with the rocks which are out there, it's always a good idea.
I'm thinking socks and slides. After you. Look how easy that is, put my slides on.
Makes you feel incredible, beautiful weather. I've got the sun on my back. Yes, freezing cold. It is amazing. People coming.
Got more courage than I've got.
It does make you feel good. Sure is cold.
You gotta rinse everything off, keep them good.
Thank you. What did that person say to you?
Very calm. Maybe it's not always like this.
Oh, is that right? Do you think it gets a bit rough?
Chuck these in the washing machine and put them on a spin and then get them on the drying rack.
Getting my booties on, as in boots for penguin and albatross hunting.
Yep. Not the right season, but we'll give it a go. Freedom camping zone begins. No.
How can it begin? Did we park somewhere we shouldn't have? It's a bit confusing with those signs.
Very confusing.
It's like we've never seen them stop, start so much.
Please tell me it doesn't end here. No camping zone begins. No, you meant to park between those two piddly signs.
Well, there's nowhere to park. But strange. That was sort of like, what, 1 metre?
Well, officer, the engine was in the parking zone.
Well, it's crumbed almonds, isn't it? Chopped up almonds on there, keeping it healthy. With a really hot, spicy crust on there, which is K-on today with our Celtic salt. And would you like those last little lovely bits? Crunchy bits, should I say. And Kelly's made the salad, which is lovely. And look at our view.
That's Pilot's Beach, so that's where the little blue penguins come in. You're allowed to walk down there, but they close at 90 minutes before dusk, and then they go and make sure there's no one down there. So then they charge people for the tour that leaves at 4:30 today. And then what will we get up this afternoon?
Oh, so you can see there's lots of tree planting which has been going on here. Oh, that sea looks very deep there.
It's not an albatross coming in there now, is it? No.
It's just a seagull. They're ginormous, bigger than your arms.
The albatross?
That's what I was talking about, the deepness of the sea. The wind makes it very cold. I really don't know how penguins and how seals survive really with the knocking of the waves. We're just looking and having a wee wander around. It's not a museum, but it's more like a little library really. So what did you find out about the albatrosses that you don't necessarily find any on a tour?
They breed all year round, but right now they're only on the far side of the building. Where we walked down, you can't see them, they're on the other side. So it's $60 per adult to go and see them. Well, they think there's about 5 or 6 chicks there that you can see, like little fluffy white chicks. And if you want to go and see the penguins, they charge $55 per person to go. So pretty much you're restricted to go anywhere unless you pay.
I see. That's a good photo of that one there.
They do a tour about the guns, if you want to add that to your tour.
Ah. The Armstrong disappearing gun.
Fold it down and then come up.
It's quite big, isn't
There
it?
must be tunnels here somewhere. Okay, so here's the lighthouse. The albatross around this side, the penguins are on this side, and the gun must be up there at the top.
Should we go down and have a wee look?
Yeah.
See if we can see any. This is exciting. So now we're going down to see if we can see any little blue penguins, and apparently there's a sea lion around here somewhere. You can see that that's where the penguins go, and there's the little beds that they go to. It's quite cute that they've made beds for them. There's two of you, not just one of you. Look at you both cuddling up. I guess everybody's entitled to cuddles. Just in the side of the road in the middle of sort of like nowhere whatsoever.
Old lime kilns from 1874.
1874. Where are we off to now, Kelly? Sandfly Bay.
Back to where they do the penguin tours, and the tours say that they meet at 4:15, but it starts at 4:30 and they do a half-hour talk and then they walk down. But nobody's walked down yet, and it must be after 5, just after 5, so either there's no one on the tour or they're still having their talk. Can't see anyone yet. They walk down to this viewing platform down here, but we're going to see if we can see the penguins for free up here. The seal's still there. I may even get on the roof and get the binoculars. Pull up a pew.
So many layers on. The ski pants and the thermal pants. And I tell you what, after that driving around we did today, I wasn't too sure whether I was going to be up to coming up here, because I thought, whew, so much driving, but Kelly's driving was really good. However, I'm not really one for...
Oh, here they come, here they come, here they come.
all the people.
Here come the people.
Oh, I'm going to put my legs up the side.
Oh yeah, that would hurt. Why don't we sit there where there's more leg room?
That's pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, we can always move down.
It's not like we need a blanket or anything.
They'll be thinking those cheeky over there getting it for free.
I know, but we're not working anymore. We've got to save our money so that everybody else can come with us too. You're not all paying, and neither are we paying. So whatever we see, we're going to share with you.
Hopefully it doesn't get too dark and we can't see them. I've practiced with the camera that zooms in far enough that we'll be able to share. But the binoculars, they're quite good too.
Oh, it's quite comfy with your feet
Isn't
up
it?
like that. Would you like me to
No, I'm good.
shift that over? Look what I've got here. I've got
Yeah, I
my
can
mother's
see that.
scarf, and then we've got the cruise ship thing. It's right under my knees.
Souvenir. Cruise ship souvenir. Wish us luck.
They've got their hats on. Some haven't even got gloves on. They're not all wrapped up nice and warm with us. Someone there's been clever with a scarf on.
Louis looking at the people, not the penguins.
Oh, sorry. I'm getting there.
How many people?
14,
It's a hell of a lot up there.
36 people so far.
They almost look like penguins. Not yet.
You'll see the hands going out pointing.
Yeah. We'll wait for everyone down there to see them, then we'll react. No luck so far.
So that's what we're looking at.
She keeps directing people away from that seal. We figure if we see everyone down there move, then I've spotted something. If we just watch the people. As you can see, it's getting very dark. This car's given up. They got too cold, so they're leaving, but we're going to stick it out. We'll take one for the team. Everyone's still down there. Well, there's the lighthouse flicking on and off. You can't see the people anymore, it's so dark, you can only see the lights. So we're just waiting to see if there's little feet that trot past the lights. And we've worked out what that infrared trailer is. She's got like a gift shop in there with a little till, and she's selling merchandise to all the tourists. It's 6:30 now, and I think what's happening is there's 4 sea lions. 2 of them are the ones that we saw earlier, and there's the one that's been making all the noise, and another one's turned up, and they seem to be right where the penguins would go past, because that's where the tour has got the lights.
Quite large, aren't they?
Yeah, so I'm wondering if that's normally where the penguins would run up, and maybe they're not because those seals are there. But nobody's got their cameras out, so nothing's really happening. Anyway, we'll wait a bit longer. How you doing? Finger puppets. What's that one, an octopus?
High five.
You do a penguin. Looks more like a rabbit. Not bad. Dog. Bella.
Oh, wee Bella.
That looks like a camel, doesn't it? I'm probably missing the penguins.
Well, I tell you what, Kelly said, why don't we make ourselves a wee bit more comfortable again? So we got the big pillow. We've been leaning on that, and what we did was with the big pillow and then put down the nice warm blanket, and of course my mother's scarf, which is made of pure wool, and we've been sitting our little bottoms on there and we've been leaning back.
So what have you seen?
Sea lions, a lot of very disappointed people.
What a bugger, we didn't see penguins, but we tried.
Kelly, I want you to really see them because we used to have a pet blue penguin. My father, having been a veterinary surgeon, when I say pet, it wasn't a well one, and Dad brought it back to life again, and we used to feed it with these long tweezers and fresh seafood. My gosh, it would eat a tray of fresh fish every day, and we used to slice it up and put it down its throat for it to eat it. Rightio, I'm quite sort of snugly warm, but I'd like to have dinner now.
Everyone's leaving. The tour's only meant to be an hour and a half, and it's
good.
what? It's got to be well past 7 now.
In case you're wondering, we're all safe again. Kelly and I, we climbed down the ladder and put away our blankets and that lovely warm scarf of my mother's we sat on, and cushion. Put away the binoculars and the cameras, and everybody's gone. Poor things.
You think they'll give us a refund for not seeing the penguins?
I know.
It's 9 degrees out there.
Well, it feels a lot colder than that, actually. Can't believe people didn't have gloves on and proper jackets. Really don't understand
Well,
that.
it's only meant to be an hour and a half, so that would be, starts at 4:30.
Still,
It's 7:15
cold.
now.
It's freezing. It is 7:15, and we've had the time of our lives. We've had a really good time. An adventure, sold on adventure, that's us. So where are we off to now, Kelly? At
Just
this time of night.
a couple of kilometres up the road. This campsite, we found it this morning. It's not on Campermate or on any apps, but it's a definite freedom camping site.
What are the chances?
We're right pleased with ourselves.
We are. It's we've already had a little sneak peek at it, and we've driven past it a couple of times today. I hope that there's still a space. This is very narrow driving here, and it reminds me of driving up the Port Hills, almost twisty, windy. I reckon my muscles are going to be a bit sore tomorrow, actually, after sitting there for a good couple of hours in the cold. Okay, so time for some dinner. Hope you'll all have something nice for dinner, and we've probably already had it actually. Sleep well, have a fabulous day, whatever you're up to, and we'll be in touch. We will be